Good morning, designers, and welcome to this week's episode of Game of Rugs. We are going to talk about all of the normal things, and we are also going to have a special discussion about very special art. Let us just start out by doing today's daily, by which I mean submitting today's daily, because there was no doing involved in this at all. Like sometimes guys, they just design themselves. Like I opened, there you go. This was the first rug, first sofa in my inventory when I opened it this morning. Never seen this sofa before in my life, but there it was, and I was like, oh, I think I remember chairs that would go with that sofa pretty well. And then I opened my inventory, and there they were, second line down. Okay, cool. And yeah, I love the rug. I use this art with this rug all the time. I'm about out of money, so we'll buy this. And, like, is this better? I committed to this. It's fine. We're buying this. Cool. I also am using my last limited edition Forsythia. I only have one. And the only other thing that we could put there would be the super bland oversized floor vases, but I don't see a point. They're not bringing anything to the party. So I think I have enough to just go ahead and submit this. Submit design. Yes, okay. So like I was saying, sometimes they just do themselves. They just design themselves. Whereas yesterday, which challenge was that? I've blocked it out. It was so traumatic. This one, oh my God. Was this the daily from yesterday? I think it was. I had a super busy day yesterday, and I went to bed at, I don't even know what time it was, early because I was exhausted. And I opened up the daily and I was like, I'll just do it, an hour of design home before I fall asleep. And I opened this up and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe there are only 4 hours left to do this fucking challenge. And that is how long it took me to put this together. I was there forever. Forever. It was so hard. So many people complained about it. And there are people who didn't do it. I mean, I would rather have done a dump room than not do it. Because, you do it and you get $2,500. And as we frequently discuss, what is our company motto? Bitches like money. However, I am very much looking forward to the score on this room. I loved putting this room together. This also took a long time, but it wasn't a struggle, it was a joy. I loved putting this room together so much. I am completely happy with it. To me, it's a 5. And if voters don't like it, I'm totally okay with that. Speaking of scores, you may remember that I hated the Peach series. And I was like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the bundle. I did not buy the bundle. I did buy all of the pieces in the bundle individually multiple times over. Why? I don't know why. I hate Peach. I hate this room. I hate all of the rooms. I hate all of the rooms I got 5s on. I got so many 5s with this shit. It's unbelievable. Like, that's not even an attractive room. And I got a 5 on that room. And this was the only room I did in the Peach series that I really liked because it was way more taupe than Peach. And we know I love me a neutral. This was an elite. And this is not a great room, but then not a lot of people do the elites. So it's easier to score 5s on them. And then there was this, which I think was also an elite. And yeah, no, the peach series, despite the fact that I hate it, was good to me. And then we got the peach series has gone away, so thank God for that. And we have now the plum series. The plum series. Okay. We just need to have, remember this, there's a whole like labia print series for Design Home. I can't remember what level it is. You get a labia print in purple, and you get one in pink, and you get another one that we're politely calling the butt print. I mean, I don't know. And then we have in this series been gifted with this super special piece of art. What is that? What is that? Like, turn your screen sideways. This, if the other one is like a labia print, this is like labia print childbirth edition. Alternatively, it could be like pap smear cam. I don't know. But I just, like, who is putting this shit together? Like, somebody in the Design Home office is like, what are we going to put together for art for this plum series? And somebody else is like, resin art is like super hot right now. And then they put this together, and I just, it's just too much for me. Anyway, so that happened. It's very like, here's the same series, and this is like, Moira's calling it the Georgia O'Keeffe print. I'm calling it the cervix print. I don't know. But it's definitely not just the two of us who are tickled plum about this series. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else we have to do. I don't have any scores. We could do some voting, and we could talk about this. Let's do some voting and talk about the new thumb up thing. The count by the vote nag. I like it that it tells me that I've entered this challenge. That's cool. But what it's doing is it has current voting for 3 challenges that I've entered, and it's telling me to enter to get rid of the 3, and it's just really, really annoying. I guess we're voting for the room on the top. Oh my god. Okay, well, an effort was made on the top. There's definitely like a design aesthetic that is being aimed for. Unfortunately, it's terrible. So we're voting for the room on the bottom, even though that also is no good. I mean, room on the top, it's fine. Room on the bottom. I really wish they had used a rug on the bottom. That couch, that little tiny couch that I can never figure out how to use with these footstools and the matching side table in exactly the same wood tone, and even the chairs using the same wood tone. So much work went into putting these pieces together, and they go together so nicely. And then they're just let down by the lack of a rug or a lamp. So we're going to vote for the room on the top, even though it's peach vomit. Okay, so then the other thing that I had entered that challenge. We did the round of voting. It had started out saying that there were 3 thumbs up at the bottom, and now there are 2. And this is a different challenge I entered, and if I do all the voting for this, that number will reduce to 1. What else did I specifically did want to cover? One last thing, which is the elite scores that I was showing you from earlier in this episode. I hear a lot of people complaining at how difficult the elites are to enter. I have an earlier episode that talks about when it's appropriate to start delving into elites. But what I will say is that if you care about your score, they are so good to get into. So I went through all of these elites, like none of them is fucking great. They're fine. That one's fine. This one was, I don't know, I can't even say if this was good or bad because it was Peach Week and everything was terrible. But like I got 5s. I got a 5 on this. I got a 5 on this. I got a 5 on this from, I think we did this in the episode 2 weeks ago. I almost got a 5 on this. This was a 4.99. And I was robbed because this was a lovely room and people got 5s who decked it out in peach. More peach. Was that even from the same peach series? I have no idea. Here's another 5. Okay, so I went through and added these up, and I have how many elites? I've done 137 elites in 2 years of playing Design Home. And of those 137 elite rooms that I've entered, I got 5s on 33% of them. And some of the rooms are just trash. Some of them are, to be fair, my favorite rooms, or rooms that I really, really love. Like, I loved this room, and I talked about how much I loved it when we did it. Other rooms, like, what is this? This is like, oh my God. This is a night when you've been out drinking Everclear mixed with like Ribena, and then you just wake up the next morning and vomit your life. And it comes out looking like that. This was very ugly. Shh. I think I checked the lowest score I've ever gotten. Oh, this room was beautiful. I loved that room. It was one of my favorite series too. I really was so pleased to get a 5 on that. And there are plenty of super cute rooms in here. Here's a 5 in an elite challenge using no limited edition. Is that right? The plants are limited edition, sorry. But I had a point. I can't remember what it is now. Okay, well, I guess on that note, I hope you enjoyed the shortest episode of Game of Rugs ever. And I will see you guys next time, and have a good week. If you enjoyed this episode of Game of Rugs, because you're really super fucking bored and this was the only thing happening on your Saturday, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see future episodes of Game of Rugs, which may or may not be better, please feel free to become a subscriber. We would love to have you. Bye now.